Bonjour. Buenos dias. This is live coverage of the historic launch of the James Webb Space Telescope. I'm Michelle Thaler, speaking to you from NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. And I am very excited to be with you today. Today, the James Webb Space Telescope begins its journey to explore the edge of our observable universe, and its journey into history as well. This launch has been years in the making, and the world has turned out to watch. We'll have a lot to discuss both before and after launch, but let me set the scene for what's going on around us. While I'll be anchoring coverage from here at NASA Goddard, the big stuff happens today here, at the Centre Spatial Guyanais, the Guyana Space Center in French Guiana. This is the main launch site for the European Space Agency, a close partner in this once-in-a-generation mission, and the home of all Ariane launches. Katie Haswell is there at the launch facility and joins me now live via satellite. Okay, how are things in Peru, Katie?
Michelle, things are looking really good. The boards are green, the mission controllers are focusing hard, we are go for launch. We've had our eye on the weather the last couple of days. The weather's been a little bit inclement, so we're keeping an eye on that. But otherwise, everything's looking absolutely great. And I have to tell you, there is just such a buzz of excitement here in the Mission Control Center. It's a remarkable feeling. Right now, we're topping up the tanks on the upper stage of the vehicle. So we've got two great big arms called cryogenic arms, and they clamp onto the upper stage, and they pump in the cryogenic fuel, which has to be kept very, very cold. So it has to be topped up right until the last minute because it can evaporate. You'll see those arms kind of falling away just before launch in the last couple of seconds. So up here in the Sky booth in the Mission Control Center, we have NASA's Rob Navius and the European Space Agency's Luce Fabregat. They're standing by. Hi guys, standing by to take on the commentary when we get to about 15 minutes to launch. But right now, Michelle, all the boards are green. We're go for launch. Back to you, Michelle.
We'll be coming back to Katie for the final phases of the countdown in just a little bit. So I'm an astronomer, and this launch is a huge deal for me. I am personally really, really excited. But why is this such a big event for everyone? The Webb telescope is nothing less than humanity's next effort to move closer to understanding some of the biggest questions about the origin of our universe. And it's not just the origins of distant stars and galaxies, but it's the story of us, you and me, how we got here. And speaking of questions, we'd like to include yours in this historic event. On whatever platform you're watching our coverage, drop your questions with the hashtag AskNASA. Later in the broadcast, we'll answer some of them live on air. It can't be said enough that this is a mission for anyone who's ever looked up at the night sky and wonder. People all over the world are sending in their best wishes for the success of Webb. And let's look at some of them now.
제임스 웹 우주만환경 행운을 빕니다.
Boa sorte. Webके अनेक शुभकामना.
Veel succes, Webb.
بالتوفيق لويب.
Kongo inorimasu, Webb.
It can't be said enough that this is a mission for anyone who's looked up at the night sky and wondered. People all over the world are sending in their best wishes for the success of Webb. And let's look at We're still on track for a launch at 7:20 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. 2 days ago, the rocket rolled out to its launch pad in Peru. Of course, there's already been a lot of activity at the launch site. Primary fueling procedures completed early this morning, preparing the giant Ariane 5 rocket for flight. Let's watch this scene for a moment. We know the world is watching. Today, humanity begins its next bold adventure to extend ourselves out into the cosmos. This is something we do as a whole planet, all of us together. Befitting the
We know
global
the world is
importance of this
watching.
initiative,
Today,
let's review some of the
humanity begins
basic
its next
facts about
bold
the
adventure to
observatory
extend
shared by
ourselves
people
out into the
all
cosmos.
over the world who are
This
looking
is something
forward to
we
the
do
Webb
as a
mission.
whole planet, all of us together.
Befitting
The entire
global
world is
importance of
looking
this
forward to the
initiative,
launch
let's review some
of the
the
James
basic
Webb
facts about the
Space Telescope.
observatory shared by people
Let's hear more
all
from
over the
people
world
around the
who are looking
globe
forward to the
about what makes Webb a scientific and technological marvel.
Será el próximo y principal observatorio espacial para los astrónomos de todo el mundo y llevará más allá los prometedores descubrimientos del telescopio espacial Hubble.
它是一个由美国国家航空航天局、欧洲空间局和加拿大空间局开展的国际合作项目。
The James Webb Space Telescope's launch with you all from space. Even with the naked eye, we astronauts see that the stars are incredibly sharp and brilliant once we are outside the Earth's atmosphere.